What's up guys? In today's video I'm going to show you 5 easy in-camera transitions that you guys can try. Just before we get into it, remember that transitions enhance a story, they don't make it. So use these transitions when they are necessary and when they have a purpose, and make sure not to overuse them. The first 3 that we're going to talk about are vlogging style ones, meaning that you can do them when you're pointing the camera at yourself, kind of like how I'm doing right now. And boom, that's the first one. Super easy. All you got to do is cover your hand in one place, and then in the next location start the shot with your hand over the lens and reveal it. The only thing you got to remember with this one is hit your camera over into manual exposure, so as you're putting your hand over the lens your camera doesn't try to compensate for the change in light. Okay, that's the next one. It's called a frame hold, and basically what it is you walk out of frame and the camera stays locked off and leaves the frame blank, and then you walk into the next frame while the camera was set up before you got there, and then you can start talking again like this. And I could do it all day. Just remember, if you're doing one similar to this, make sure that you're walking in and out of frame in the right direction, so that when you line up your next shot, you come into the frame from the same side. Otherwise it's not going to cut together and it's not going to sell it as well. The next shot is going to be a match cut, but you're going to do the match cut with sound. So you can do something like this. Pretty simple, right? Try get creative with it. You can do it with any sounds you like, even like a clap. It's pretty simple. Try get creative with it. Think of different ways you can incorporate sounds into them. It works really well when you have a visual cue as well. And once you get into your editing suite, just match up the 2 parts of impact, like on the clap, and then make a cut. That's all there is to it. Super simple. Let's try the next one. The next shot is going to be a whip transition, and this one's pretty fun. All you gotta do is whip it and then boom, you're in a new spot. Super easy, super fun. All you gotta do for this one is whip your camera like a little flick of the wrist off to one side, and then when you go to the new spot, whip the camera back in, going the same direction as the shot that you ended on the one before. You can do it looking at yourself, or you can do it looking at anything, so you can get creative with it. Maybe looking like out at a view and then whip it and all of a sudden you're in a different place, or you could even go from your face and whip it around and reveal some sort of view. To help sell this one even more, make sure that your shutter speed is correct. So meaning like your shutter speed should be double your frame rate, just so that you get a nice amount of motion blur, so that as you whip the camera and whip it into the nice one, they kind of merge quite nicely. That's it for this one. Okay, the next shot is going to be what's called a wipe, and basically what you want to do with this one is get something cool to film, like a subject or something, and when you're filming, then to end off your shot you got to wipe your camera behind something like a tree or a wall or something, and then in your next shot you're going to start from your camera being just behind the tree, and you're going to slowly pull it out and reveal whatever's in the next subject. Later on, once you're in your editing suite, you're going to line them up together. You might have to keyframe like a little mask so that they blend nicely, but ideally you should be able to cut between them and they'll both just like seamlessly transition. Try and find things that kind of match in color or shade at least. So for example, don't like transition into like a really dark black tree or something and then try and transition out of a white wall. It will still probably work, but if you want to sell the effect just a little bit more, something with a similar shade will work a lot better. That is it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Give some of these a go next time you're out filming. But remember that transitions don't create your whole video and they don't create a story, they're just there to enhance it, so make sure not to overuse them. Hope you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.